Now, advocates of the Clean Power Plan are here speaking in the federal building to remind the EPA of two things. One, the public health benefits could be huge by reducing carbon emissions. And two, there is no Planet B.
You have your strap over your arm and you've got these two hooked at all times. When you move one stays on. So no matter what, you're always hooked onto this wire at all times.
So when they got the tip that he was at this Circle K, police from multiple agencies did not hesitate to make the arrest. But with those departments facing a possible funding crisis, the question is, how can the system and the coverage change? Ending net neutrality would mean they could create multiple lanes, and you have to pay for faster internet.
And slower speeds, like me.
That would mean small businesses and consumers would be stuck footing the bill for slower internet like him. Now, state police and the sheriff's department and the Westover Police Department are still coordinating their investigation and this possible manhunt to try and find Jody Hunt. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks before the election, the polls showed Mitch McConnell beginning to pull away from Allison Grimes in Kentucky. And immediately when the polls closed, the major networks were able to project a win for McConnell, a big win for the Republicans, and a big defense for national Republicans, with a lot of out-of-state money being poured into that race. Well, thanks a lot, Kristen. We're out in the Maysville area of Monongalia County, where the Longview power plant did have a methane gas fire inside the power plant itself at some point right around 2:15 this afternoon. After going winless in 2013, Grafton rolled to victory in their first 2 games this season, scoring 105 points in wins at Philip Barber and East Fairmont. But Park has taken the last 2. BHS with a chance to avenge their only loss from 2013 tonight in their return to Wheeling Island. But Gerard Keller, you're going to hear his name a lot. To Chase Riley, what a huge night. One-handed 30-yard touchdown grab, 14 all, 21 all at the half. It's a tragedy from Morgantown to Buffalo and beyond. An entire campus has spent the last day and a half fearing for the life of Nolan Birch. Now, as Birch passes on, they're trying to figure out a way to help a reeling family.
Due to the fact that Greek Life is an organization where we all have to stand together and be one, we need to come together and support our fellow Greek Life member and fellow Mountaineer through this hard time.
Me and a few other students, some members of SGA, but mostly just people that are concerned, are here hoping to raise some money for their family.
While other students are simply in shock.
Very unfortunate, any West Virginia student that loses their life, especially a young student like that, probably get to see something like this happen to a West Virginia student.
The top of Morgantown's High Street, also known as Frat Row, is usually bustling at this time on a Friday afternoon. But for the last 36 hours, the area has been in mourning for their fallen brother, Nolan Birch.
It's been sad and hard to deal with. Everybody's spirits are down, but if we stand together as a community, I know that we can get through this.
So if anyone could come out and just donate their time or their money, write a card for them, it would be appreciated.
The fraternity was previously suspended in October of this semester. According to the Kappa Sigma National Headquarters in Virginia, their charter at WVU was revoked before the incident on November 12th. Reporting for 5 News, I'm Alex Wiederspiel. Pat Gallagher saw cruisers and ambulances speeding down Chaplin Road from his office. Little did he know at the time that they were heading straight for the scene of one of 3 shootings that would rock Monongalia County.
First was a police car, a sheriff's car, going down Chaplin Hill Road past our building at a very high rate of speed. Shortly thereafter, about 15 minutes, an ambulance went by, and I didn't think much of it because there have been ambulances out here. And that's when we started finding out that there was a shooting that had occurred just on Sweet Pea Road, which is less than a mile from my office here.
What led this man, Jody Hunt, to cross the line from tow truck driver to now notorious gunman? What led him to take the lives of Sharon Berkshire, Jody Taylor, Michael David Frum, and Douglas Brady? Police are confident that they do have a motive.
Now we just have to collect all these pieces of the puzzle and put them together and see what the total picture looks like.
The official timeline goes like this. He started his day by walking into Doug's Towing, where he fatally shot owner Douglas Brady. Then he went to Cheat Lake, killing Berkshire and Frum. He finished his killing spree Monday morning at Sweet Pea Lane, where Jody Taylor was found in a residence with gunshot wounds to the chest and neck.
I've known Doug for a long time. I've known Doug Brady for a long time, a lot of years. And first I was shocked, especially to find out that he had been killed. And then, of course, your next thought is, who could have done it?
Facebook posts and even phone calls made during the several hours after the killings that Hunt was on the run could give some insight into exactly where his mind was at. According to some posts, Berkshire, who at one time was his girlfriend, may have been cheating on him with Frum and Taylor. but Berkshire and Hunt may not have been together for some time. As for Brady, that was the source of some sort of business dispute. Hunt owned J&J Towing, while Brady owned Doug's Towing, which are just blocks away from each other in the small town of Westover.
We know that Mr. Hunt had an issue with some agencies, some tow agencies that he felt wasn't following the tow policy, the county tow policy, closely enough, and that they were actually violating the policy. We don't know that for sure. It's just speculation at this point.
J&J Towing, much like Doug's Towing, is now shut down. And though police do have a potential motive thanks to Facebook posts from Jody Hunt, the full 100% truth died with him and his 4 victims.
You know, something like this, we may never really find out all the reasons why.
The only one that really has all of the answers to all the questions that we still have is Mr. Hunt, and obviously we're not going to get those answers.
Westover Mayor Dave Johnson could hardly put words to the tragedy, but did say that it's a day his small town will never forget.
You know, it's just, this day will stay in infamy for a long time in Westover. I don't know that we'll ever fully recover from it.
And for the families of the 4 victims and the shooter, neither will they.
Alex Wiederspiel, are you ready to rock climb?
By way of iron, via ferrata. All right, well, we're reliving Indiana Jones today. City Slickers was last week. This is what we're talking about when we say by way of iron.
Right, this is the only place where you have a via ferrata that's similar to the ones they used to use in the 1940s in Italy to transport troops over the mountains. And you get to climb up 300 feet with no experience necessary.
If you have your strap over your arm and you've got these 2 hooked at all times, when you move one stays on. So no matter what, you're always hooked onto this wire at all times.
Big 200-foot cliff face straight across from us.
Yeah, that's right. Victory. Victory.
Hey, we're not done yet.
There's no victory down there. This is requiring some actual physical effort.
I might pee my pants right now.
When you actually do look down, generally it's a lot nicer than the expectations, isn't it?
Let's continue.
Hun 100 feet of zip lining and self-brake is applied here with your hand.
Judy 1 through 5, and those are the first 5 zips. And then there's a midway point, and then we go into the next part of the zips. That was Judy 1, this is Judy 2.
We're going to Judy 3 over there, and eventually we'll get to Judy 4, and then to my Aunt Judy, who's number 5. We got our Clarksburg residents coming down. Both of these guys are from Clarksburg, off for the weekend. Thought they'd come ziplining.
Coming in hot! How was your ziplining experience?
That one got particularly fast right there at the end.
Yeah, man, that was great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have created fire with the brake. Honestly, I did feel a little bit like Indiana Jones today, so let's roll. I hope you enjoyed our West Virginia road trip. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.